Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Cleveland. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
First down, here's White. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The Browns at 11-4 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second and 12, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Hey, you gotta snap it.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. On fourth down, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was an absolutely dominating shutdown performance for them because they shut down the run, they shut down the pass. I think at one point the question was whether or not they could actually hold them to negative yardage for the entire game. That's how well they played. I don't know if those numbers can carry over to this one, but they do expect to play at a high level.
Second and 9 now. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Andrew Booth getting sent in on the corner blitz and getting home. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 11. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And some space here. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Alert!
1st down, they go right back to Pierce. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McCrary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter. McCrary. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. He gets nothing on back-to-back runs. So now you're dealing with a 3rd and 10 and probably a passing play.
I would agree with that, and I would highly suggest to the play caller, check a different part of that section on your play sheet, because his first 2 runs didn't help you at all. Find someone else who can touch the ball and maybe move it downfield.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. Check pass, check pass. 3. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. Well, here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, What is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Unlock line. Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
On 3rd down, McCrary. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to try and throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. White, he'll try the left side. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run the option left. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Texans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. McCrary, and the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
19 Wyatt. Pact4 11. Pact4 11.
They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here we go. Here we go. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Hey, flash frontal.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Hey, hey.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Here's Watson. On the left side, a catch by White. Touchdown, Browns. Rashad White. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to... so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Reno.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
And now Watson throws another interception. He's at the 30. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Take it in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They will run with White out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's White. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ready, ready.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Copy, Lion. Oh. Reload. Flag.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Happy Ranger. Pat the street. Hey, check that. Street. 19 tight. Lion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And Watson's going to throw it here. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Is he close? Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. But got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1, and he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's made plenty of plays throughout this game, pressing the ball downfield to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. Was shooting for a 5th there. That one came up incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. Still throwing.